We're a podcast agency. We make different podcasts for clients, and we had an investment services related podcasting client come to us about a year and a half ago. They already had their podcast well in place, already very committed to it, and they just weren't entirely happy with their current producer, so they were giving us a chance. The approach to the podcast had always been that it was for the savvier investment minded person. So, not someone starting out on their journey to becoming a successful investor, but someone deeply into it. So, this was not investing 101, this was investing 103 or 104, deep level stuff. One of the pain points we diagnosed was the consumption rate for each episode was down near 40, 50, or 60%, consistently lower than where you want it to be. We tried shortening the episodes and that didn't solve it. What did solve it was when we signed them up for CoHost's Prefix analytics. Then we were able to deep into a deeper layer of analysis for this podcast. And what we found was predominantly they were appealing to people in their 30s and whose household income was about $75,000 a year. That's not someone who's deeply involved in investments. They tend to make more money than that. We were able to diagnose that the psychographic really here was people who had full-time jobs, probably had a spouse, maybe had kids, a mortgage that they had to pay, and they were at that point in their lives and in their career where they were contemplating a change to become an investing entrepreneur. They needed more simple stuff from their podcast. So the client changed their approach to their podcast, simplified it, a bit more investing 101, and that changed it. Now that podcasting client is averaging about 80% consumption on each episode. In fact, at times, we're lengthening episodes and their audience is sticking with them. The Prefix analytics tool from CoHost completely changed this podcast.